Hey everyone, it's Dominique from Blogging in My Undies blog, and I wanted to address some popular questions that I get asked quite a bit regards to our life with an autistic child and now a second child with special needs or behavioral issues, whatever way you want to look at it. So just a quick recap, the V-Man is almost 6 and he's diagnosed with nonverbal autism. And the second one is A-Man. He's diagnosed with SLI, meaning specific language impairment. So his comprehension level and his understanding and his speech is under 2 years old, thereabouts. And he's turning 4 very soon. And then we have a girl, M girl, we call her, and she's neurotypical, so it seems, and she's the reason why we got A-Man tested for autism or Asperger's or whatever he might have, because she's so easy to please, and while she hasn't hit the terrible 2s yet, they're coming, but not yet. That's how we notice that there could be something wrong or something that needs to be addressed with the A-Man. But I can get into that in another video. So, biggest question we get asked regularly is, how do you do it? I mean, in terms of parenting, 3 kids, now 2 with officially special needs, and at the time 2 dogs, now we're down to 1, so that makes it a lot easier, as much as we miss the first dog. It's about balance for us. We try our hardest to split our time equally among the 3 kids. For example, my husband gets V-Man and M-Girl ready for school and daycare, so that's kind of his time with them. He walks M-Girl to daycare. It's about 10-15 minutes away, and he takes a dog with him, so the dog's not alone, and also the dog gets a routine and an extra walk in, and M-Girl really likes when Loki, the dog, gets to go with her to daycare to drop off and also for pickup. It's very important that the husband brings Loki to the daycare once V-Man gets home, so it's part of their routine, and it makes it a lot easier for V-Man to walk in a direction he's not familiar with, like the bus route or going hiking. So that's how my husband splits his time with those 2, and I take A-Man to daycare every day, and I typically pick him up as well after class and groceries. We go get groceries, we might split an ice cream, we might go for lunch and have a pizza, something that involves a little bit more wait time that the V-Man would not tolerate. However, now, because V-Man is into Subway, as you've seen in my earlier video, he really likes it, so it's not too long of a wait. It's just enough that, he's not too frustrated, and then he eats a lot. And then he's happy, I'm happy, we go get groceries, he's still happy, and we just chill. And also now V-Man is going to be part of a master's thesis experiment in regards to music therapy and children with special needs and neurotypical children, so kids without. So that's kind of our thing now as well, so twice a week we'll be participating in that. So I'm pretty excited. Today was kind of a bust for him because it was the first time, and because it was in a location he wasn't familiar with, so he was pretty ticked off with me about not going his usual route and getting off the bus earlier than expected. He was a bit mad at me for that. But he was really happy when he found their CD player. So, something else we get asked a lot, it's kind of a personal question, but why not? How do me and the husband have, quiet time together, or a date, or romance, or anything? And it's all about putting effort, because having a kid with special needs, it can really kill your relationship, and it can be very stressful as well, especially when you have this great day planned out and it all goes to hell because one kid doesn't stop pooping, V-Man, or one kid doesn't stop screaming, A-Man, or one kid decides to tease and not cooperate because she's just in a crappy mood, M-Girl, or the dog pukes. That would be Loki. So, there are days that we have, absolutely crappy days, and we know that we each have to do our own thing. Like, I need to study and my husband needs to do his work, so we just try and give each other space. But at the same time, we try and make an effort every day to, say hi, what's up, do you want to talk, you doing all right, high five, we survived one more day. And I know it sounds really crazy, but whenever it's the kids' birthdays, we try and have takeout or we go on a date. And we just kind of celebrate that we survived another year of parenting with that specific child. It sounds kind of selfish, but you know what? Dates are kind of necessary when it comes to, any relationship, of course. It doesn't have to be an extravagant, 5-star hotel, dinner and theater kind of date. It just has to be like you and your significant other chilling, away from the kids, away from your responsibilities, if possible, and just relax and just appreciate each other for who you are, for what you do. It's not about, 50-50 in the household. It has to be 100% teamwork for us, because if one of us doesn't put, their 100%, then the household crumbles and it becomes a really cranky household. And that's no fun for everyone, and it's especially not fair for the kids. So what we try to do is, every time the V-Man goes to overnight care, we try and get a date. It can be a movie, if there's something really good out there, because movies are kind of expensive here, especially on weekends. So we try and go for a movie, or we try and go have dinner together, just, an hour and a half to just chill and get away from the kids. And it works. We try and send, I think I'm a little more romantic than my husband, but, I try and send him, like, little messages, throughout the week, like, hey, you're awesome, keep it up, you're doing a great job and whatnot. And I think it's all about support. If you have support from your community, which we do, we have support from our neighbors who are very awesome at understanding that if our household's a bit noisy, they get it. We have 2 kids with special needs, they get it. So we're very fortunate in that regard. And also we have the support of the overnight care from the social worker. Our friends have been absolutely awesome with it. We have some friends that, they'd rather not have the V-Man over because he's kind of a noisemaker and, he might break something, and that's fine. We totally respect that. We understand that. And then there's other people that, they're like, yeah, come on over, or we'll take the kids and you guys go on a date. And we're like, awesome, that's so wonderful. So you just gotta make the time. Marriage without kids is work within itself. So you just gotta make time. And when it comes to just the end of the day, it's just about surviving and making sure you don't kill anybody. Really, that's all I'm trying to do. And I have a friend that asked me recently, like, you're making videos, you're blogging more, you're studying, and so on and so forth, and you have a dog to walk and all this. It's a lot. I like to keep busy personally, and then at the same time, like, these videos for me and putting, our family out there in terms of autism and SLI and kids and what have you, it's kind of therapeutic for me because it's my time. It's mommy time. It's not, I don't have to go anywhere to have my own time. I can actually have my own time when the kids are sleeping and I'm alone, and I'm able to film these videos. And for me, it's a kind of therapy. Some people knit, some people go bowling, some people hunt, they read and all this stuff. I do like reading as well. Or reading the news, or watching, binging on Netflix and stuff. I like doing that as well. But for me, I thought this would be the most productive way to release, frustrations that I might have had. So I may have some videos that are a little more, angry, or a little more frustrating, or extremely happy. So, I do want to thank you for watching my videos and for subscribing and for just your curiosity, or because you're a friend or you're a regular reader of my blog. Thank you. Thank you for understanding. It means so much to have someone understand. And, if you're one of those people that you have a friend with an autistic or whatever special needs child in their life, whether it be a sibling or a family member or, themselves, give a hand. The biggest thing you can do, honestly, is listen and just ask, how can I help? And don't be offended if, your friend tells you, just back off. I don't need help. everyone has good days, everyone has nasty days as well. So anyway, I can't really think of any other super popular questions I get asked. Those are the biggest ones. Just how we survive, especially without family in a country far away from others. You just do. You make do with what you have, and we're very lucky to live in Finland, as I mentioned in a previous video about the benefits that the V-Man gets. Out of this world. I'll post the link for that video down below. Yeah, so we just try and survive and go from there.